Welcome everybody to episode 2 of the Oddcast. I have no idea what's happening in this episode. Something has been planned here for me.
I am chucking him in the deep end a little bit here. So he'll make it out alive, I promise. Don't worry, he'll be back for episode 3.
What I will just say is that if you're listening to the podcast, you may want to watch the YouTube video version because I'm told there are props and visuals involved in this. So.
I've actually done some prep work for this one. I have actually planned this Oddcast.
All right.
Quite extensively.
So what are we talking about?
Okay, before I go anywhere, you in particular and you guys at home, minor spoiler warning. Teeny tiny minor spoilers, but I'm going to put it out there, minor spoiler warning. Are you consenting?
Spoilers to what?
Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Minor Kingdom Hearts franchise spoilers.
Right. Okay.
Consenting?
I consent because I
Excellent,
will probably
cool. I'm assuming you guys consent as well. So, where to begin? Actually, I better start out by what happened on the last Oddcast because some people might not have seen that.
True.
Basically, at the end of the last episode, we were talking about the Disney parks and what the future of them could look like. And my neurodivergent brain in that moment decided to remember that Disney or Disney parks are actually contractually, legally obligated to build a third park at some point. And we started pinging ideas back and forth about what that third park could look like. Now, my neurodivergent brain went on a hyperfixation for a couple of days, and there's
a map in front of me and everything.
I'm going to set up the other camera in a minute, and then you'll see what we're on about. So, are you ready to get into this?
Okay.
Now that the spoiler warning is done and out the way, everybody consents to the spoilers. Let's go for it. Here we go. So I have here a very rough map of a Disney park. Hypothetical. I have no idea what to call this yet, but as you might have already gathered, Kingdom Hearts fans, you're in for a treat. I mildly based this off the current Disney parks that we know and love.
So this is obviously, if you can see this will help. So I'm looking at a plan that seems to have Main Street on it.
Kind of. So the opening area to the park, as you know, on normal we have Main Street USA.
Yeah.
However, switching over to the Kingdom Hearts theme for a moment, there are 2 possible candidates for what this town street could look like.
You're actually going to change Main Street?
No,
okay.
This is a new street.
Oh,
Main
gosh.
Street is staying.
Okay.
That's staying as it is. This is new.
Okay, so this is a whole new park. Okay.
Exactly. So I have 2 candidates here. We have Twilight Town. No, whoops. No, that one's Twilight Town. That one's Twilight Town. This one is Traverse Town. Both are pivotal to the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I don't know which one you would have if you could have both. In a perfect world, I imagine you would have a bit of both, so I'm going to put both on there. Like this would be your opening.
What's in them then? What's in those towns?
It's on the surface, it's literally just a town. So again, slightly bigger spoiler warning here. When you first enter Traverse Town in the game, it literally looks like an old school sort of Victorian town.
Okay, so a little bit like Main Street.
A little bit like Main Street, but it's when you actually play the game, you'll understand what I mean.
Okay.
But those of you who have played Kingdom Hearts franchise, I imagine you guys will actually sort of see the way my brain's working right now. I'm relying on you guys a lot.
By the way, shameless plug for our gaming channel, which is a whole other thing.
I do need to get him to play the Kingdom Hearts game. Somehow, despite this man being the absolute Disney nutcase that he is, he has never played any of the Kingdom Hearts games.
That is true. That is very true.
I am going to fix that in the future. Keep an eye on the gaming channel, and it's going to happen one day, fairly soon.
I don't know when, but at some point.
Fairly soon.
Okay, soon. Soon. Okay.
Cool. Now, this is where I have the conundrum, because this would be sort of like the central plaza.
The hub,
the main spot. And I have 2 contenders for what could fill that space.
Okay.
Now, my first idea, because it would be part of the skyline, it would give them a logo. So you know how on the back of the cards that you get when you check into the hotel, you have the little logos in the top corner that show you've got access to this park, and then you've got your dining package if you've got one on there.
Yes, you've got like a castle and then the
water tower.
I heard a name for that. But let's just call it the Ears Tower. But yeah, the tower.
So the advantage with this next place that I'm going to make is it would give you a logo for this park.
Okay.
But it means our park isn't going to tell a story.
Okay.
My other option has a
Stories are
park that makes the park tell a story.
Okay.
So, which one do you want to go for first? Do you want to go with the story first, or do you want to go with with what could be the icon first?
Start with the icon first, because that's the one you picked up.
Tron. The grid being the main central ride, the main central thing the first ride that you walk in on in the Disney park.
So is this going to be a Tron ride that's the same as the other ones?
Could be, or it could be something new.
Because we mentioned this last time, the idea that if they do a Mandalorian ride, I think they'll rip off
The Tron
track
ride.
system for Tron and retheme it to Mandalorian. I've got no reason to believe that it's true. It's
I
just
wouldn't
a
put it
feeling.
past them though, you could
No.
be right.
So if they did that and this, then they would have to have a different track system. But Tron, very popular. Another movie that's coming out for Tron soon, I believe, as
I
well.
know, I haven't double checked the date for that. I need to have a look
Soon.
at that.
I think it's soon.
That's option one. Option two, the one that I was more keen for, the drawback being it would mean another castle.
Okay. Castles are good.
So another place in the Kingdom Hearts world is the Disney Castle.
So this isn't based on an existing castle.
No, this is based purely on the castle that Mickey and Minnie live in the Kingdom Hearts franchise.
Okay. Okay.
Now, one thing about this castle,
That would be the third castle
yes,
in Paris.
that's why I was hesitant to put this in here, but this method means our park tells a story. Getting into that, the Kingdom Hearts fans will recognise this little bad boy right here.
What is that?
It's a rocket.
I was going
It's
to say.
literally called the Gummy Ship.
Okay.
Now, in the franchise,
Please tell me that's a roller coaster.
that's what I was thinking, yes. That's what I was thinking. So in the actual game, Donald and Goofy come out of the castle in the Gummy Ship and fly off to all the other
Places.
worlds,
Right.
but we're going to talk about in a minute.
Okay.
So the idea being that the Gummy Ship ride, roller coaster, goes inside the Disney castle.
Well, that would definitely make it a unique castle.
As one of the reasons I was keen for it.
Yeah.
As I said, the drawback being it would be 3 castles in 3 parks.
But then at least it's consistent, I suppose. We've obviously got the main one, the Arendelle one, and then the Kingdom Hearts one.
So the story being here is that you've come into the park, you're going down through Traverse Town or Twilight Town, you're going into the castle, you're getting on the Gummy Ship, and then you're flying off to whatever world you want to within the actual park itself. You see where my brain's going?
Yeah, but I have a suggestion.
I'm listening.
So where on here you've got like presumably what are lands
Yes.
around it.
I've got themed lands coming, but carry on. Yes.
What if you had coming out of the castle in the same way that you would the game, not necessarily a roller coaster based on that theming, but a monorail?
Have the castle as the entrance.
Because then I'd get to steal Adam the Woo's catchphrase that every time the monorail goes by, there goes the monorail. Every time. All day long.
Dear. I hadn't actually thought of that.
But
I
if
kind of like that idea.
Because if that's what they use to get to all of the different lands from the castle, then that kind of makes sense.
It does kind of make sense. But at the end of the day, we're not going to lands, we're going to worlds. It's a rocket ship.
But you could also, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I'm listening.
You could also extend the track so that it lands in the other parks as well. If you were being really, really out there.
That would make the ride time very long and the queues astronomical potentially though.
But then you think about it, that in Florida you can catch the monorail all the way from the Ticket and Transportation Center all the way through Magic Kingdom, EPCOT, the Grand Floridian, the Contemporary, and one of the other hotels, the Tiki Hotel. Polynesian, there you go. So I mean that's an extraordinarily massive amount of space that takes up, and that would be bigger than this by miles, literally by miles. So I don't think it would be that bad. I don't think it actually.
Okay.
I think it would
I
work.
mean, it could work, but the way I saw it in my head with this setup here is the rocket would go on the ride because it would essentially be an indoor space mountain.
Yeah.
Because in the actual game itself, you fly through space to these worlds.
Yeah.
So think original Space Mountain, but a little bit more.
So you know how
a little bit more high energy
in Galaxy's Edge, if you were staying in the hotel, you took a shuttle.
Yes.
From the hotel to Galaxy's Edge, and basically the way they did that was like to black out the window so that you can see where you were going, and you had screens on the inside that made it look like you were going through space. Well, you could do the same thing with
your monorail idea.
Yeah, and then you're flying through space on a rocket ship, taking you from one to the other, and the front of it can look exactly like the whatever thing you
the
called
castle, the Disney castle. It's the gummy ship.
See, Imagineering is hard. But
it is fun. Savage.
Because you could have a roller coaster, but I feel like you could.
I mean, as someone who's sat and played this game, the roller coaster fits.
Oh, for sure, it's fast.
Your idea fits as well.
Well, it's just a bit like different. It's out there.
I'm going to leave the castle there for now with the gummy ship inside for the time being.
Yeah.
Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Right, so let's go on to land number 1.
Oh, we're going counterclockwise. This is confusing my brain. Okay.
Do you want to go around that way?
No. You've numbered it now, so that's what we're doing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to stick with that. So the idea I had here...
This is a land.
This is a land. So we've come through Traverse Town or Twilight Town. We've got on the gummy ship. We've blasted off. We've gone around, and we've landed in Game Central Station.
Okay.
And yes, this is one of the worlds in the franchise.
Okay.
Now, the idea being, I've got a wild card to go with this, because the other thing with this is it gives it another spot for Tron.
Yeah.
And then my other ideas... Well, so you have Tron just as the normal Tron ride as we know and love. I know we haven't had a chance to ride it yet, but these guys love it a lot.
It looks amazing.
It does look incredible. I want to ride it. This would be the PvP. So you know how you have Buzz Lightyear in the main park.
Yeah.
And in Studios you have Web, Spider-Man.
Web slingers. Yeah.
You could have a racing game, an actual.
Just as long as it's not like Autopia, because we've obviously already got.
No. You'd actually be
actual racing.
An actual racing. You'd actually have a pod that you would race in.
Not like Test Track. You could retheme Test Track.
Possibly.
Which I have a funny feeling that they're getting rid of.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I'm not 100% sure, but retheming it so that it was on that theme would make it different and new, and it would actually be quite cool.
So the way I see this working is you'd have a floor space. You'd then have cars.
Yeah.
That wouldn't actually move. Not much. They'd move a little bit.
So they're more like simulators?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So you'd have a simulator, you'd have a screen, and then you'd have, let's say, 20 racers racing around the Candy Kingdom.
So you can do things like Formula One simulators are a thing already. So it kind of can be based off of that idea. It'd be different. That'd be kind of cool. So that it's not just taking from other rides.
Exactly. And then the other one I had, because let's be honest, that little arcade in the village.
Arcade in the village.
It's gone.
Arcade in the village.
The arcade in the village. The little gaming arcade in the village that got tucked down behind where the sports screens are.
I don't think. I know the one you mean.
That got turned into the Lego store when the Lego store shut.
Yeah. I know the one you mean. I don't think I ever stepped foot in that.
I don't think I ever stepped foot in that either.
No. No one goes to Disneyland to go to an arcade. Do you know what I mean? It's like.
What if it was an actual proper Litwack arcade? Modern and retro gaming. The other option that I had, bear with me on this one.
Yeah, go for it.
Pandora. So the story being there that you'd get, you'd actually go into like a simulator again. You'd actually go into your avatar and you'd wander around a virtual reality space, virtual headgear on and all.
So we're not
as an avatar.
So not taking Flight Passage or anything like that.
You could, but I'd want something different.
Yeah. Because you want it to be unique.
I do. So there's two options there. If you could get both in there, it'd be a squeeze.
I think Pandora would probably have more Well, I mean, I could be wrong, but I'd say it would have more like guest appeal because people have heard of it before, so they might want it, or it might pull in an audience. So potentially that one, I'd say.
Okay, fair enough. Should we go to number 2?
So number 2. So we're jumping over to the left side.
Yeah, I just realised I did not number these well.
You've gone 2, 3, 1.
I'm blaming my dyslexia there.
I just can't count. That's my problem. I failed maths. Interesting bit of lore.
I didn't.
Interesting bit of lore about me.
So, number 2. We'll go to number 2, even though it is in a completely different place. Now, I've got multiple options here. Some of them are Kingdom Hearts. Some of them aren't involved in Kingdom Hearts. And I've got multiple wild cards as well. So,
oh, God. Okay.
So, if you think a wild card would fit somewhere, do tell me.
Okay.
One of the main places in the Kingdom Hearts franchise is Destiny Island. I'm going to put that right there.
So what is the kind of theme of Destiny Island?
So Destiny Island is right what it says on the tin. It's a beach island.
Okay. So we're a little bit kind of Adventureland-ish.
Kind of.
But a bit more tropical's the wrong word. Beachy. Sandy. Palm trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we were doing the first one, we did talk about water park.
Yes.
Technically.
Yeah.
I didn't latch onto that idea, but it did get the gears turning a little bit.
Okay.
And so from Destiny Island, I figured we'd have a lot of water, so we could have a Little Mermaid thing. I don't know what yet.
Little Mermaid ride. Thing. So there is a Little Mermaid ride in Florida, and I've been on it. But do you know what? I cannot remember anything about it.
Must have been a long time ago.
It was 2016.
So yeah, nearly a decade ago.
God, what was that ride? What was it?
I have no idea because
Weirdly, I remember more about the queue than I do of the actual thing.
Oh,
I don't honestly know what happens on that ride. I mean, it's definitely not a roller coaster.
Somebody let us know in the comments, because even I'm intrigued into what happens on that ride now.
Someone must know what I'm talking about. There is definitely a Little Mermaid ride, and I'm pretty sure that there's like some talking animatronics. I don't remember anything else.
Moving swiftly onwards, the other contender from branching out of Destiny Island, something to do with Moana. Now, I know Moana was featured heavily in the advert for the Dubai park.
That's true. It's also just had I don't know the exact name for it, but like the Moana like splash area in EPCOT.
Oh, is it like a kid's splash pad type thing?
Kind of. It's a very interactive water-based kind of walkthrough experience.
Okay.
Where a lot of like your body movements trigger certain things to happen, and you basically get splashed in the face quite a lot from different directions and angles depending upon whereabouts you stand and which part of the thing you're on. So it has a Moana thing, but not a ride as such.
Okay.
I'd like a ride.
What would the ride look like?
I mean, it would be difficult for it not to be water-based. And
trouble is, there's especially when they open up the Lion King area, there's going to be a lot of log flume water ride type things already. If
they weren't doing a Lion King themed Splash Mountain, which, let's be honest, that's all it is Splash Mountain.
It's still going to be epic.
Yeah. But if they weren't doing a Lion King themed version of it, they could have done a Moana themed version of it that would still fit with the water and all that kind of thing. I don't know what else you could do.
I'm going to throw my idea out there real quick. Way of water. So where America has the Flight of Passage, couldn't we have a ride on the...
and then, what is it, the Navi River Journey or something it's called?
I'm not sure.
So
I was thinking more the Way of Water. So you'd have a simulator ride again. The giant flying fish thingy.
The giant flying fish thingy.
I can't remember what they're called, which is really bad of me.
Because the only one I know of is the Banshee, but that didn't go in the water. That just flies. But you know, in the Way of Water, there's a whole army of them. They come around this corner to the sinking Barracuda. Okay, so interesting fact: I never finished watching Avatar 2 because I found it so unbelievably boring. Genuinely.
I cannot guarantee his safe return now.
It was so boring. It just went on for so long. And
yes, it's a long film. Okay, I admit. Stopping and taking a break in the middle of Avatar films, I get it. I do it as well.
And I'm telling you now, if that first movie hadn't have come out in 3D, it never would have been as successful. There, stunned into silence.
I'm more stunned by the fact that you haven't watched Way of Water.
No, I started watching it and
Yet you didn't finish it.
I got really bored.
That's going to be a whole episode in itself.
Oh,
How the heck do you find Avatar films boring?
The first one I don't find boring. The second one I found really boring. I don't even know how far I got through it.
I'll do the review of the next Avatar film when it comes out.
I was going to do a review of something. What was it as well? Something else that I hadn't watched. Oh, Moana 2. I haven't seen Moana 2 yet. We're also really behind on our Marvel movies.
Yeah, we haven't been to see Fantastic Four yet because we're bad like that. Right, I'm going to put that back for now. And then this is one of the wild cards that can move a little bit. So I'm going to put that in the wild card pile for now.
Did you see Thunderbolts?
I did, yes.
Oh, okay. So you're not. I'm more behind. I haven't seen Thunderbolts. It's not even in the cinema. I actually went to go and see it in the cinema, and it
you
wasn't on
have
anymore.
Disney Plus.
It's not on Disney Plus yet.
Is it not?
No.
I thought it was.
Nope.
Anyway, that's idea number 2, and you've completely distracted me from this. Let's go to number 3 before I get distracted again. You're gonna like this one. Are you ready?
Go on.
Are you ready?
Probably not.
Boys and girls of every age.
Yeah,
wouldn't you like to see something strange?
We basically just spend all of our time in Halloween Town, probably buying endless amounts of Halloween-themed pins. That's what I'll do. My
idea for this being, now Halloween Town, although not the biggest of the worlds in the franchise, it is one of my personal favourites. So I had to put Halloween Town in there. Basically, it would be a year-round Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
Yeah, I can live with that. I can definitely live with that.
The other thing I had to that, because which one of the Asian parks is this one in?
What, Beast's Castle?
So there's a Beauty and the Beast ride in one of the Asian parks. I can't remember where.
I don't know, but you do have a Beauty and the Beast area, and technically kind of sort of castle in Florida.
Is it Florida? I thought there was an actual ride somewhere where.
So in Florida, it's just the restaurant, but as you go over a bridge, there is a town where you're going Gaston's Tavern, and you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew about Gaston's Tavern. Yes.
But also, it is overlooked by like a miniature castle.
Okay.
That looks like it's off in the distance somewhere.
Basically, what I'm thinking here is not a copy of the ride in Asia that I'm thinking of, but something similar, because, let's be brutally honest, Beauty and the Beast has its very scary moments, especially when you're going into that castle for the first time. Mm-hmm. So these two could work quite well together. And as I said, both this and this are all worlds that you can go to on the Gummy Ship. That's my idea. Now, I'm going to throw some wild cards in there, because why not? So, I'm going to start out with Hercules. I have here a Hercules one. I don't know where to put it. That's the thing. I want it to be in there. I don't know where you could put it.
A Hercules themed ride attraction of some description?
I don't know what it would be. So again, minor spoiler warning. In the game itself, you go into the arena and you fight a bunch of enemies. Mm-hmm. And you got Phil there. He's trying to give you advice that you don't end up really using, but nah.
See, I'm kind of thinking that,
and this is one of the worlds that pops up frequently.
We want a ride that is a little bit kind of Pirates of the Caribbean-esque, in that it's a sit-down kind of not walk through, but ride through attraction where there's no like thrills as such.
Tarzan.
Okay, well, this is just going to have to be the Jungle Cruise, though. Surely that's going to have to be a rethemed Jungle Cruise.
So the Deep Jungle, again, part of the one of the Kingdom Hearts worlds. Again, where would you put it?
Okay, well, Jungle Cruise kind of plays off of the whole Beachy Islands.
It does.
idea.
So that's going to have to go somewhere in there, if anywhere.
Jungle Cruise. I think Moana would be a good theme for a Pirates of the Caribbean-esque ride, because it'd be on water.
Yes.
So that kind of works, I think. Where you put the Hercules one, though, that I do not know.
Well, I'm going to put Pandora back in Game Central Station temporarily.
Okay.
For now. And then the other
I just wonder whether or not Hercules can go in this one somehow. Or you stick it in that land with the Halloween and Beast Castle thing and play off of Hades.
Ooh, a Hades.
The
'Cause
reason why I
Hades-
say that though is because Hades is one of the characters which will always appear in the Not So Scary Halloween party line parades and stuff like that and meet and greets. So it definitely is a good theming, but you could have a Hades like an underworld
Mm.
in there. So it could kind of work and be on theme a little bit.
Okay, so that's possible. The last wild card that I've got here is Wall-E. There is nothing apart from a couple of statues for Wall-E in any of the Disney parks that I know about.
We met him the other day.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. Go
nice.
see the it was day 2, wasn't it?
Day 2, yes.
Yes.
Day 2 MegaCon.
Day 2 of MegaCon Manchester. Where can we fit a Wall-E? He should be in Game Central Station.
Yeah,
really,
I'm
shouldn't
leaving
he?
because this is more like techie kind of stuff.
Actually, thinking about it, wouldn't he be better off next to the Toy Story area in studios?
Well, technically, it's Pixar, so it should really go in the studios.
It should really go in studios, shouldn't it?
But what you do for it, though, I do not know.
Me neither. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure about that. This is all a hypothetical here. This is hypothetical Imagineering, and we're nuts.
Well, yeah, that too. It's good fun, though.
What's next? Because we can now officially say that we are going to Disney next month.
Yeah, we are. Well, it's slightly over a month away. It is happening next month. I think it's like 5 or 6 weeks. Roughly.
Something like that, yes.
Roughly, something like that. So today I already did my kind of pre-going pin video so that we don't get duplicates.
I will laugh if you do get a duplicate though, dude.
Well, we may do duplicates on purpose. We had the idea that we might buy a couple of like extra generic pins and then do a bit of a giveaway on the channel at some
There
stage.
is going to be some terms and conditions on that. You guys have got to get us to 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year.
Challenging, but very
challenging.
Doable. Very doable.
Looking at our current growth rate, that is possible.
Well, it's a potential. If we see some pins out there that we think will work, we could do that, or plushies or something along those lines. So
4,000 subscribers will bring you guys back a present to do a giveaway from DLP.
We'll figure that one out as we go. So yeah, we are 5 or 6 weeks away to Disneyland Paris.
We haven't been for a year, dude.
I don't think anything has changed.
Village has changed.
No, but we're still waiting for the Frozen area to open. So
that's going to be next year. That's not going to be this trip. That could be the next trip. That could be the 2026 trip.
That'll be next year's one, hopefully. There's nothing really in the main park that's changed that I can think of. I think everything's pretty samey, other than just some refurbs on stuff. I think BTM just opened up again, but I think that was just. It always seems to go down for periods of time, but that's now back up and running, so that's okay.
And this time we're going to have Indiana Jones up and running as well. We missed that one last time.
Hopefully, yes. No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. It was shut last time we were there.
Oh, but we went twice last year. We definitely went on it at some point.
The last time we were there in September last year,
because I remember
it was shut.
I remember we didn't sit together because we did single rider and went on it separately. And I don't know how far away from me you were, but I could hear you screaming.
Well, that's nothing new. I just scream out loud. He screams silently. I scream out loud. It's fine.
I scream internally all the time, every day in the
and
dark.
You wonder why you've got neck and back problems.
Yeah, this is very true. That's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing.
I don't mean to tease you about that, bro. I'm sorry.
So much pain. Anyway. So yeah, we are nearly there.
It's been a long wait.
Yeah, it really has. It really has. Well, I think the problem is because we did go twice last year, it feels like actually having to wait an entire year to go again has been a long slog to try to get back there, actually, to be honest. But we've done a lot of Comic-Cons in the meantime.
We have been keeping busy with the content, and we've actually done quite well on that regard.
So in the time between going to Disney last time and going this year, I think we've done...
How many cons? Hang on, let's count them up.
I think it's 7 or 8.
London?
No, go back, because also at the end of last year, we had MCM.
MCM London. Birmingham. I did MCM Birmingham.
I did Chichester, which was terrible. I mean, the video speaks for itself.
Okay,
so that was 3 before the end of last year.
So now we're into 2025. We did London MegaCon.
Yeah. Then
we did Birmingham MegaCon.
Yeah, that was in March. Then it would have been probably MCM.
We didn't have anything. We had MCM London for May.
And then we've just done another MegaCon. So
we've just done MegaCon. So, yes, 7.
So 7, I mean, that's a record for me to do that many in such a short space of time.
We've got more coming as well, guys.
We've definitely got one more for certain, probably 2. Because we've got MCM in October.
MCM in October. I'm hopefully going to be going to AmiCon.
I will apply for a creator pass to MegaCon Farnborough, and if I get it, I will go. If I don't, I won't. So
I'm going to have to leave him unsupervised on that one, because that Farnborough MegaCon clashes with AmiCon.
I wonder who will fare off worse without supervision.
I mean, I'm going to be partially supervised because I'll be going to AmiCon with Becky.
Oh, no, I will be completely unsupervised. So
on a scale of 1 to 10, my friend, you're beeped.
It all depends on getting a creator pass for it. So without going into like too much depth on it, because it's not related to the video, but I kind of felt like MegaCon Manchester felt a bit samey to me. It's the same stuff we saw in Birmingham, and it's the same stuff we saw in London, and it's the same things you see at MCM 3 times a year. So it just felt a little bit samey. So if I get a creator pass, I will go. If not, then I will skip that one.
There are a few things that MegaCon do need to build on.
There's a lot that they do really well.
There are multiple things they do very, very well. I'd like to see them grow their gaming section. Yeah. I would like to see more like prized game things. Like they have multiple Mario Kart setups at this thing. Why not have an actual Mario Kart tournament?
Yeah, I mean, you could have a number of different games where you could do that. But the gaming area or zone felt quite small.
It was.
And it probably arguably would be the same at the other ones as well. In that you can see people queuing up to
play the games. Yes.
So arguably there should be a few more. And in Birmingham, I remember they didn't work very well.
There was a couple of dud controllers, yeah.
And things like that. So, there's things they could do better with that. But you always get the same good stuff. Some really decent traders and some vendors that are there, though. Some that I was really happy to see again. Some of the same cosplayers that come back, which are always good to see, and some new ones that we had never seen before. So,
and you went to your first masquerade as well. You actually got to go see a full masquerade this time
as a spectator.
I will get him on the masquerade stage one day.
Oh, no, you won't. No, you won't. Absolutely not. The one thing that I would like to do, if I was going to do anything, I'd like to be on a creator panel, because it won't be long before. I've been doing this for 10 years on YouTube, so I have experience of things I can talk about. So,
and I thought my however many years on TikTok it's been now has been successful.
So 2025. So in October, I'll have been on YouTube for 8 years doing this. So another couple of years.
Wow.
And I'll have done 10. Part of which has been monetized as well, and there's an actual YouTube partner. So if I was going to do anything that involved me going on a stage, it probably would be a creator panel to talk about how I did it.
I'll get him on a stage one day, guys. Don't worry.
There have been conversations that have been had with various Comic-Cons actually about it. It just hasn't come to fruition yet. So we
need to put our suggestions in again. We need to fill out the feedback form for MegaCon again, don't we?
Yeah, stick me on the stage so that I can waffle on about it. I did catch the very end of the creator panel.
Oh, that was with Tom Scar, wasn't it? Yes, that was. I actually enjoyed that one.
So we did catch the tail end of that while we were queuing up for pizza. I think,
yes, we were watching the Tom Scar panel, the end of it. While we were queuing up for pizza, and it was interesting. Actually,
they were making a lot of good, valid points, but I'd love to be able to engage with that. So that's something if I'm going to be on stage, I will do that. You can do the cosplay masquerade stunts and tricks and skills.
Excellent, I'll do that.
All of that.
In that case, we've got multiple grounds covered. We've come to an agreement here, bro. There we go.
Job done. Anyway, we're really off topic. So getting back to
park hypotheticals, yes. See, if I did have the ring around the outside with the gummy ship, so we'd have this as the entrance, what would then be in the centre? Because if this is going to become our entrance...
Well, you can still have the castle.
Yeah, we'd have the castle as the entrance.
Oh, castle is the entrance. Okay.
Castle's the entrance. Gummy ship in the castle. Gummy ship takes you around the outside of the park. I'm going off your idea now. Gummy ship goes around the outside of the park to all the different lands. My question then is, what goes in there? What's going to be the central piece that's going to be the park's logo?
You've got the Tron thing that could go back into the middle, because originally you weren't sure. And can I just say as well that that looks remarkably like an EPCOT ball?
It's the one that came off the Kingdom Hearts Wikipedia page.
Yeah, but I mean, imagine that as a centerpiece in the park. So you've got your castle as an entranceway. Doesn't necessarily have to be as grand as, say, like a full-on castle, but a decent entranceway that obviously captures that part of the game. And then in the very center, you have Paris's version of the EPCOT ball that looks like that. Because that...
I think he's onto something here.
That would be awesome. That would be really cool. And then, like, coming off of it, you could have the Tron ride as well. Because let's not forget, EPCOT ball does actually have a ride in it, but you wouldn't be able to fit Tron inside it, I don't think. But you could have a scaled down version, or it could start from within the ball and then go outside into the Tron track system.
Or it could go underground.
So as a centerpiece, I would say that's really cool. And then Paris gets an EPCOT kind of.
It gets an EPCOT ball.
It gets an EPCOT ball. Because this is the thing, when we talked about this last time, I said, well, what will you do? Because, you know, if you look at Florida as being the comparison, it's got an animal kingdom, but Paris doesn't have the climate really for that.
No.
It's got EPCOT, but EPCOT doesn't know what EPCOT wants to be. Well, this can be a tweaked kind of version of that, to have all those different lands and themed around Kingdom Hearts and what have you. So I think that
I've just realised one flaw in this plan.
Money? Money is usually the flaw.
That, more a case of Disney have got... I know Disney and Square Enix generally have a good relationship, but if they're going to make this work, they have got to be BFFs. Those two companies have got to sit down, get so absolutely blackout drunk together.
You're going to have to fill me in. So what's the second company?
Okay, so Square Enix. So you remember how I was talking about how Kingdom Hearts is basically a crossover between the Final Fantasy franchise and Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Square Enix is the company that makes Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
Okay. Disney have a notorious reputation for being really bad with gaming companies.
Square Enix seems to be the exception, because this franchise has been going on since 2002 and is still going.
So they could make it work.
Yeah.
They could make it work. I'm also...
Square Enix, if this is to come to fruition, it's going to need your help, guys. Disney, go wine and dine the Square Enix executives.
I've just had an idea. Let's say you've got your EPCOT ball in the middle, and that's your showpiece and the logo and all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a castle as the entranceway. Okay. I'm thinking Big Pink Hotel. You could stay in it.
But you've already got a ride in it.
So?
It would be a really big castle if you're going to have that.
But think about it. If you did it so that it was the monorail ride, it'd be like the Contemporary Hotel in Florida, but you theme it like you would the Big Pink Hotel and make it really grand so that it's a castle.
And that would be the new 5-star hotel.
5-star hotel, right at the entrance, just like I know it's not actually called the Big Pink Hotel. I call it the Big Pink Hotel. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean, and they know what you mean.
So you get that as an entrance. You can have a monorail coming out of the hotel, because we've seen it with the Contemporary.
Yeah.
I'm stealing a lot of stuff from Florida because that's where I get my ideas from. But ultimately, that is so cool. That's cool. I love that.
I've just had another idea on that regard. So obviously this would be the expensive hotel.
Oh yeah, like we have this idea of a hotel that we would never be able to afford.
What if we take Tarzan, Deep Jungle Out, and this becomes the cheaper campground
But does that
hotel.
mean we don't get a jungle cruise?
You could have an oceanic adventure cruise.
True. Yeah, true.
Or the other option, put that one back in.
I just don't know if that would work, because I know you've not been on it, so it's hard for me to explain.
The other option, really out there, Hercules-themed hotel. And then that would be your moderate/value resort hotel.
Yeah. The thing that makes this work as like a jungle cruise type ride, as opposed to these ones, Jungle Cruise is unbelievably funny. Like, it's a funny ride to be on, like with the constant jokes all the time and all that kind of stuff, which I feel works quite well with Tarzan. I don't think it would work so well with that. I don't know. Just in my head, that's just kind of how it works. But you've got to get the humor in there for it to make sense. But with Tarzan, it would work.
Okay, fair enough.
I think.
So is that our Tetris complete then? Do we think we've roughly got these in the right order? This is how our hypothetical Disneyland Paris third park could look.
I'm just thinking, you've got Wall-E over there not doing anything, been left out.
Where do you want to put him?
Well, if we're thinking about hotels, you could have a Wall-E hotel because it's
put it on the ship.
Put it on the ship, and everyone gets to sit in those big fat chairs because you know what I mean.
No. Those chairs. No, hear me out. Those big fat chairs be the loungers at the pool.
Yeah, everybody gets a big fat chair, so that can be like budget, moderate, expensive. Yeah,
budget hotel, moderate hotel, expensive hotel that we will never be able to afford. Then we tell our story of the park, and we have our gummy ship. I'm going to take the gummy ship out, and it's going to go chug all the way around the outside the Disney park, same as the train does. And then that way you keep your story of your park.
Yeah, 100%. It carries on all the way through. So there you go. We fixed it.
I think we did it.
We fixed it.
We've hypothetically built a Disney park.
So Disney, if you want to get in touch, my address. No, I'm not actually going to say
dibs
that.
on the lounge flies. Oh, come on, you called dibs on the pins.
I already did, didn't I? Because I said about the fact that if there's Halloween Town, I'm going to want every single possible Halloween
You would
Town
want
thing.
every single possible pin from all over this place.
I don't know. I am actually a lot more fussy than you think. I don't think I would go for
Says everything. The one who came back with how many pins was it last time we were there?
I don't know. We lost count. We did actually count up the value.
We totaled it up the value-wise, and I think it was over the 200 mark.
Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense. And I've just filled a second bag, basically, what we've discovered today.
We need to get him a new bag for more pins because he's outgrown his storage solution.
Excellent. At least pins are relatively easy to store, as opposed to lounge flies, which are not.
Mine still fit in my storage solution, though.
For now.
Yeah, if I am able to get that blue Disneyland Paris book one, if it's still there, I could be in trouble.
You will come back with more than one.
No, I won't.
I'm
limiting myself to one. I am going to be good. I am going in with a not super strict budget, because saving wise for Disney, I've actually done quite well on that regard.
I haven't. But
I'll buy the beer. It's fine.
It's I think there's a high probability that you will give into temptation and get more than one. Didn't you get more than one last time as well?
No. The only one I got last time was the Tarzan one.
When did you get the Phantom Manor one?
That was in the March.
Okay, so you got two in the same year, but not at the same time.
Exactly.
Okay, but we're only going once this year, so
I've already got the Snuggly Duckling one.
See, the thing is, I can convince you to buy them when you see them.
The other issue was the guy at the stand at MCM who sold me the Snuggly Duckling one did also give me a discount because I had an exhibitor pass around my neck.
And it was his last one.
Yeah,
well, we'll see. Watch this space. 6 weeks' time and you'll find out. Well, 6 weeks from the moment of recording. I don't know when this video is going up, but yeah, soon. It'll be soon. Watch this space.
It's going to be chaos.
It always is. As long as we don't get lost in Paris again. That's.
We didn't get lost in Paris.
We did get lost.
No, we didn't.
We were in Paris and I didn't know where I was. QED, that means I'm lost.
I knew where I was and I guided him back to London safely, so it was fine.
Well, let's just not go through a repeat of that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Again. It was all right.
At least we know what we're doing this time, if it does happen, God forbid.
True.
We go round to the Magenta line, we get it directly into Gardenal that way.
We survived.
We did.
We survived, just about. And
it was a bit of an
it clearly didn't put us off because we went back 6 months later and now we're doing it again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway. So there we go. And
we
then
did
we're
it.
going to have to think
We've
about...
built a park, kind of. Just about.
But my only problem is there any actual space in Disneyland Paris in the circle for that to go?
Yes. It might mean sacrifice of a car park, but I think that'd be about it. They would have to move their car park outside of the ring. Like they would need, if they're going to put another park and 3 new hotels in, it's going to need
a lot of space.
Another car park.
You know, those hotels would be tiny otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I don't imagine that one being particularly big. I imagine that one actually being quite small.
Yeah.
This one, again, would be about the same size as the Pink Hotel at the biggest.
Yeah. Which isn't that massive.
And then this one, honestly, Sequoia Lodge size. So you can see the ring in there. See that space here?
Along the right-hand side.
Along the right-hand side. So you've got the golf club over here, just outside the ring.
Yeah.
And then you've got all this space here.
Okay.
And then they have got lots of space down here as well, but it would mean sacrificing this car park.
I reckon that area is probably likely to end up being expansion. Anyway,
Fiddle, yeah, that's going to be...
But you do have that bit around the right-hand side, though, that's quite...
Yeah.
Mostly farmland by the looks of it. Just fields.
It does look like just fields at the moment. There's nothing in it.
Mm.
But yeah, they would have to put lots of green space in this park as much as possible. So it's this section along here that we're thinking of, and we are 90% certain that Disney do actually own this land.
I'm pretty sure they own everything within the circle.
Yeah.
Whether or not they'd get planning permission for it all.
That would be the challenge. But again, they are legally obligated to do a third park. I know the extension deadline for that keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back.
Mm.
So again, we're talking hypothetical here.
In the meantime, we need a Star Wars land in the main park.
Discovery Land, yes.
So I did a podcast with somebody many years ago, and we kind of accidentally came up with the idea that they would stick a kind of Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge type thing behind Hyperspace Mountain and get rid of like the Captain EO area and all that kind of
Oh,
thing.
and the show building at the back.
Yeah,
that
get
could
rid
get
of all
rethemed,
of that.
yeah.
And I think we touched on this last time when we said, you know, a Mando coaster could go around there and all that kind of thing. I have a feeling they're going to ditch the hyperspace overlay of Space Mountain. And
I'd be a little bit sad to see that go.
There's 3 reasons why I think that they will do that. Number 1 is that there is a massive kind of cult following for the original Space Mountain of people that really want it. So I think there's a fan base for it and an argument for that. The second reason is that, I don't know if you've seen it, but in the last couple of weeks, they have actually been adding things to the mountain as part of its refurb. And
I thought it was just a paint job.
No, it's not.
No?
They've actually added more spikes to the top. There's a new star that comes out.
Ooh.
And it is and there's also some bits around the bottom of the sphere that have been added that are still very steampunk themed. So there's no Star Wars theming going on. It's all steampunk, Jules Verne, all that kind of thing. The third thing is that they've just released the special edition key for the ride, which is not hyperspace. It is the original
Space Mountain Mission 2.
Yeah. So I have a feeling that hyperspace overlay will not stay.
I mean, it was temporary to begin with.
And I think it
officially.
I
know it's lived a very long time, that overlay now. How long has it been, that overlay?
Too long. I think it's definitely, I think it's overstayed its welcome. That's just my take on it. I don't other than maybe yourself, I don't know anyone of the Disney park fans I know who likes the hyperspace theming on that ride.
So as someone who is old enough to, I'm going to show my age here, brace yourself. You ready?
I know how old you are, so yeah.
I'm going to show my age a little bit here. I'm old enough to remember riding the original Space Mountain Mission 2.
Okay.
With my dad when I was quite young.
Mm-hmm.
I was 12, I think.
And you survived?
And I survived. And that was my second proper roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Rockin' Roller Coaster was actually my first.
Okay. Good first choice.
Well, my dad picked it, but yeah.
Well, yeah, fair.
Anyway, my dad, you got to understand, those 2 rides were the rides that got me over my phobia of going upside down on roller coasters.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I love Hyperspace Mountain. I would be sad to see it go, but I would also be happy to see Mission 2
come back.
come back.
Yeah, and I think it should. I think it should.
Mm.
I still think that you could have a Star Wars area behind it.
Yeah.
And around there with Star Tours and Star Traders and Starport and all that kind of stuff that's around there, with a Mando ride is maybe like the key central thing for that, and the train goes through it and everything. But yeah, I don't think you need Space Mountain to kind of be a part of that, really, for it to work.
I would just be a bit sad to see it go.
One day, I mean, it's not supposed to stay there forever.
I know, but it's been there for so long now.
True.
A lot of our viewers won't know the original Mission 2.
I don't know, actually, based on the
Let us know, again, comment. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer Hyperspace Mountain or Space Mountain Mission 2?
It's purely going to come down to age, I think.
Oh, that's going to be a great generational divide, isn't it?
This is how we find
out. Oh god, that's how we've set. No, I've set it off now. I've set off millennials versus Gen C.
This is how we find out the demographics of our.
Oh no! I've just started another generational war. Whoops!
And on that terrible disappointment, we are almost at the hour mark anyway. So I think, as you've just now started a great big argument between generations,
let's exit stage left. Yes, good idea.
let's call it there. So yeah. So thank you very much for listening and/or watching. Watching probably, I imagine, so that you could see all of this. But what now do we have as an idea for episode 3?
Let me get back to you on that one.
I think it will all depend on timing. So if we manage to do another one of these before Disney, then we will find a topic for that. If it's after Disney,
it'll be more Disney.
Then it will probably be reviewing our Disney trip, I imagine.
I think that is going to be the case scenario.
So
on that bombshell,
it is time to end. So thank you very much for watching and/or listening, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
The Oddcast is
over.